morning, Blake.
Good morning, Jeannie. We're out in the wonderful warmth of pre-summer in New Jersey, which in my neck of the woods, it's been summer for a month. And but we're out on the patio deck.
Is the patio.
What do you call it? The deck? Patio? The deck? The patio deck. What do you call it?
I don't know that I think
veranda.
I think we call
terrace,
this the porch.
Porch.
We don't have a front porch in this house. I think this is the porch.
No.
That would be my son's pickup truck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pickup trucks are here in New Jersey too. But happy Midrash Monday.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to back into the fence here.
Okay. Talk.
Okay, talk. Yeah, sorry, I'm just watching the pickup truck backing up. Yes, it's Midrash Monday. Woohoo! It's Midrashim Monday.
Well,
what are we talking about today?
We have just experienced the winds of Pentecost. And the winds of the muffler from the truck.
Crackle, crackle, yes.
Yeah.
The winds
because we have professional staff helping us create this
sound effects.
Wonderful show that we present you.
It's sound effects.
So
that's good.
Thank you for bearing with us and dealing with us.
So this is, you informed me that this is now called the season of Pentecost.
Well, I think the church, the larger church, the ones that put our calendar together, and I don't know who, someone finally listened because we had these great, beautiful Pentecost banners. Some of us,
they're red.
A lot of churches don't have them because
and
you only put them out one day.
Well, Pentecost, and I think you get to put them out on is it Reformation Sunday? You put them out on Reformation Sunday too?
We didn't. Never done
and
that in my life.
And then also if there's an ordination.
Right.
So do you do it for ordaining elders?
No.
You should. Just another time to use the red.
We should. However,
that's a great
we
word,
now
however.
have some days of Pentecost that we can keep our red paraments out and kind of remember this, have a moment of season of Pentecost.
Yeah, a season of Pentecost is great because I think it really does tap into the people that are sort of on the creative side, because there's just this movement of the Spirit that makes this crazy thing happen of people speaking in ways that they don't even know what they're saying, but other people can hear it. And there's just something out there that's just, it's the Holy Spirit. It's the muses. Sorry, are my hands bothering you?
No, that's what it's about. I tried to tell the Pentecost story to a group of children, which had 2 kindergartners, and a lot of the children's Bibles always put these weird, freaky little flames on top of your head.
Tongues of flame.
And it looks like there's a campfire on top of your head, which is a little spooky to a kid. Yeah. Why are their heads on fire?
Yeah, it's weird.
And we tried to I tried to present it in a different way, that it's not really this hot fire burning up and hurting, but I guess the first people did their best in explaining this movement or something they were seeing that seemed to be like fire, but wasn't this literal fire on top of your head, which is creepy.
Yeah, and I think that's
I wish the children's Bibles illustrators would stop doing that.
Yeah, because
you're scaring our children.
When you try to take something mysterious, I think it would be better handled by a really good cinematographer or a good animator, where there would be this sort of sense of crackle, sense of sparkle, sense of the movement of flame that was otherworldly, because clearly their heads weren't on fire; they'd have burned up.
Right,
but
and
we
it's
also
not
have
scary hot fire. It's
but we also have the
fire.
But remember the fire of the bush.
Yeah, that doesn't consume the bush.
Yeah, so
that's the same kind of.
It's the same
so it's
fire.
really about this this moment where God's presence is in a visible way. And we have Old Testament images, we have New Testament images, and it's always about active movement, and which, is really kind of tying us back to the first moments of creation.
Totally.
And we hear this, that over the darkness and the chaos, God's Spirit.
Tohu the bohu.
Yeah, oh boy, that's a throwback.
Yeah,
but the Spirit's moving.
Yeah.
And
I found a great YouTube, and I didn't think about it till this minute. I didn't find it. Bobby found it.
Bobby.
Bobby found it, and I totally ripped off the idea for the children's sermon because what it was like a small choir, but it was a choral thing, and it was a YouTube of a Lutheran church, and it was grown-ups, and they start out by going all different
grown-up Lutherans,
and then the next thing they did, they had cellophane, and they crinkled it so it sounded like fire. And then they all started babbling like blah, 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 and then they all started saying, the Spirit is pouring in. But they were saying it different times. And then at the end, they all said something that the Spirit was telling them in English. And I had the kids come up and do that, but lead the whole church in doing it.
Wow. That's cool.
That was the sort of children's sermon. And I want to find it because we could maybe go out watching it because it was really neat.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking about that this morning, actually. All the different voices that are being spoken, and there's a different way to think about it. And I went back to thinking about creation, and then how we have that we weren't there in the beginning. So how do we tell this part of the story where we weren't there? We can only talk about the pieces of the story that we weren't. Well, we can't. This is what I came up with. We can't scientifically prove those first moments of creation.
Yeah.
However, my favorite word of today. However, we are created in the image of God, which says to me that within us is a piece of that story.
Oh yeah.
And so God gives us glimpses of these beginning moments through the gifts of scientists, sociologists, medical doctors, artists, writers.
Wow.
We get pieces of it. We get imagery of it.
Yeah, cool.
And that's a different way of all these different voices talking, telling about the same story. I thought of that today. I thought it's pretty smart. I need to write a book about it. No.
Yeah, he's got his D-Min, so now he's writing a book.
Well.
No, seriously.
We always talk about, in church, we always have that moment where if we have a Spanish speaker and a French speaker and we do the language thing, but I think it's kind of cool to think about doing these talent things, the gifts, the intellect talent things that we're given, or the gifts that we bring, and all those different gifts come together
to inform our full understanding as a community.
Yeah, and show just a piece, just these little pieces of this story that precedes us.
So I suppose we kind of strayed from Midrash.
Well, that is Midrash.
Except for the fact that
it's Pentecost Midrash.
Except for the fact that we do have that cool link that we won't show in the show, but we'll have it. The link to that cool that little choir.
Cool Midrash.
We'll have that. You can click on that underneath our show.
And who said Lutherans aren't creative?
I never said that for 1 second.
Well, you know how Garrison Keillor on his show always makes the Lutherans sing clunky and out of time. And sometimes even Lutherans get moved by the Spirit, and Presbyterians kind of get out of their...
And they get unfrozen.
Yeah, they get unfrozen. Happy Pentecost, y'all.
Totally happy Pentecost. And be super aware of where there might be a kind of mystical, magical, sparkly flame that's informing you. That could be the Holy Spirit. It could be over your head right now.
Magic.
It could be.
That scares me. Fire over my head. You're like comfortable with fire. She likes to think.
I like to blow things up.
No, go quick. So you were made for Pentecost.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm made for Pentecost in a different way. I just don't want to have the fire
you're
over
windy.
I don't want my hair catching on fire.
You're just super windy.
I like my hair.
You're missing that joke.
What?
You said
I didn't.
And I said you're windy. And then I said it again, you're windy. And you totally never laughed. It's like totally funny.
I got it.
Because it's like passing gas. I'm also talking. Shush.
That is not pleasant. You are out of order.
Have a fabulous day. Like us on all of these things. And also know that tonight at the Avenue. I was
going to say, remember to tell them where to go.
Remember to tell them where we're going to be. Tonight at the Avenue. 5:30 o'clock. The Avenue is on Philadelphia Avenue in Egg Harbor City. 5:30, and the topic for this week is chaos. chaos. So come on over to the avenue where there's fab food and lots of beers on tap and lots of single malts if you're that way inclined. Or just eat or have a soft drink. I'll be drinking soft. He'll have a wine. He'll probably have a wine. Yeah.
And,
whatever. See you there if you're in the area of kind of Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. So Awesome. Bye.
Have a great day.
Have a blessed
You're
day.
loved.
Look for the magic of the spirit.
Yay, fire!